Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be creating some sort of look with the Naughty palette. Okay, and because I'm about to go out to dinner with my girls, so let's just go ahead and let's try to create some. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance if you guys hear people above me walking heavy, y'all. It's been a struggle, but it ain't much I can do about it. I'm going to take the shade. I'm going to go into the shade Untamed because I've used Spicy. So Untamed I have not touched. So I'm just going to start off with buffiness in my crease. It does remind me of Spicy, but Spicy is a bit darker. So I'm trying to do a look that is very easy. Nothing that's too complicated. We are not cutting the crease today. But just a nice, pretty look for dinner tonight. Oh, y'all been holding up? Tell me how y'all been doing lately. Me, I have been doing pretty well. I'm excited about what the future holds because I am almost done with my first travel nursing contract, and it has been actually pretty fun. I feel like I adapted pretty easily. Being in this environment, I feel like once you're a nurse, you know, you just know what you know, and you go in there and you just, it's pretty much the same thing, you know, same care that you're giving to the patients, just in a different environment. One thing that I thought was going to be super challenging was the charting system. That was my biggest fear going into travel nursing, is not knowing the charting system, and that taking up the majority of my time when I should be focusing on my patients. But this system was actually pretty easy to adapt to. I'm going to take my MAC 224 brush and I'm going to go into the shade Arouse and blend out Untamed. So yeah, the charting system was not too difficult at all. One thing that I'm still struggling with, and I'm pretty sure I would struggle with this with any hospital that I go to, it's not really a struggle, but it's definitely a huge adjustment. It's just figuring out the doctors and, you know, who specializes in what. This hospital in particular, they have, now you guys know that there are certain names that are common amongst doctors in certain ethnic groups, and we have these one doctors that all have the same name. Some of them have the first name, but they're just, you know, they just practice in a different specialty. And I was like, yo, I need to make sure that I'm calling the right doctor for such and such, because this issue pertains to this body system. So luckily everyone's pretty helpful with that. I'm going to take my flat brush up. I don't know which shade I want to go into. I don't know if I want to go into Tantric or if I want to do Please Me. Let's go into Please Me. I don't know if I used this one before. Let's see. I probably did because I'm not impressed with this shadow. Let me see Tantric. Another thing that I was a little bit anxious about was seeing how I would interact with the staff. You know, you have some people that are nice and some people that are not so nice, but I could be not so nice too. So I was like, you know, if push comes to shove, hey, it is what it is. But at this place, I got along with, I feel say I got along with everyone. This one girl who kind of had a little bit of an attitude, but I nipped that in the butt real quick. Like, I'm not the one. But everyone else I got along with so well. And things that I didn't know, like where stuff is and blah blah blah, they would help me out, and they offered to renew my contract actually. So that was news to me because all the other travel nurses that are there told me that they had to actually ask the facility about renewing the contract, but they actually came to me and asked me to renew mine. So I was like, okay. And the director did say that it was a delight having me there, so that made me feel pretty good. So I haven't decided if I'm going to actually, so the same day that the company offered to renew my contract, I actually had got a call from the director at another hospital that I had applied for. Now I've applied for a few hospitals, and I told my recruiter, hey, whoever bites first, you know, I looked at the pay packages and the breakdown and everything, and I was just like, whoever comes first, that's who I'm gonna go with. But I'm trying to give other hospitals a chance to see where I'm gonna end up at. I actually did apply for one that is out of state. That's a first for me. I'm nervous about it, but you know what? this is my journey, this is my experience, so I need to take full advantage of it. So yeah, I got a phone call from another hospital. When she called me, I actually was working. But yeah, when she called me, I was working, and I actually ended up calling her back when I went to my lunch break, which was about a half hour later, but she did not answer the phone. So, because you know, my goal is to get in with as many hospitals as possible. I am comfortable where I am now, but the goal is not to get comfortable. I want to experience other hospitals, you know, the working environment and everything out there, and build a rapport with different hospitals. So, you know, if I ever want to go back to them in the future, I have that option. Like, yeah, I want them to be able to see my work ethic and all that I have to offer. So, you know, like I told my recruiter, we'll give her a few days to get back to us, and you know, if she doesn't get back to us, then we'll go ahead and renew if I don't get any bites from any other hospitals. So that's my plan. I'm trying to keep this constant influx of cash coming in. Like, I had a few months break, and now I'm just ready to hustle. I am going to use my KBD Beauty Shake Foundation, and I'm in the shade 1078. Let me just say, shout out to LQ for buying me this lens for Christmas, child, y'all. This is my new lens. So we coming up in a world with our equipment. My concealer is from Colourpop, and it's in the shade Deep Dark 52. And being at work, I don't know if it's the mask that we have to wear, but I am breaking out. Y'all can see right by my mouth, this side of my face, like my skin has been suffering. So usually on my days off, like I opt not to wear any makeup to give my skin a break and to let it breathe. Yeah, that's what's been going on as far as work. I have met plenty of other travelers, and it's crazy like how we click. So it's like, okay, we have each other, you know, worst comes to worst. We have each other to lean on. And but like I said, so far everyone at the hospital has been really good to me, so I can't complain there. Y'all, they even trying to recruit me to work full-time there. I was like, I'm trying to get this money right now. Like, no sis, not right now, we ain't doing it. But I am happy that I decided to go ahead and do travel nursing. You know, I was afraid for a long time, but one thing that I learned working in a hospital, or working in the one hospital that I was at for all those years, I was there for 5 years, is that you can't be afraid of change. And I can adapt to any situation. So that's one of the things that really pushed me. It's like, okay, you know that you can adapt. You can get along with pretty much anybody. I feel like I'm a likable person. Like, not being cocky or anything, but I do feel like I'm a likable person. So, like, I know that I can fit in and hang with the rest of them, and it's been really good so far, like I said. I'm gonna keep hustling and whatnot until, okay, 2 things. So I do have to take my board sometime this year. I am still waiting for the sit pass from my school. You know, everything has to be verified so that I can take my exam. Once I'm able to get my sit pass or whatnot, then I will adjust my schedule and stuff so I have time off to really study for my boards, because I'm only trying to do this once, y'all. Like, one and done. But yeah, I'll take a break once I get my sit pass. And then another thing is that I have to move in May. I'm definitely not renewing my lease here. I can't do it. This is my Beauty Bakerie Face Flour Baking Powder in the shade Almond. I'm gonna use that to set. Luckily with travel nursing though, you are able to tell them the contract lengths that you would like to work with. The company can either accept it or not. So that's kind of out of our control, but most of the times they accept. And my plan is to take off a few weeks in May, if not the whole dang on month. And hopefully I get my sit pass around that time too, so that I can just really focus on moving in my future and take it all the time off right then and there, and then work a little bit more. So I want to move past my boards, work a little bit more, like another contract, 1 or 2 more contracts, and then find a job as an MP. Oh, hold on y'all, my battery finna die. I did buy backups. Y'all see why I'm not renewing my lease? I can't do this. I cannot. Going in with my Paradise Glow Kit, and I'm gonna use Bronze Goddess to bronze up my face. So yeah, and then the commute to work. So I stayed there a few days of the week. Usually I stay there for 3 nights. And then after my last shift, I would just drive home. I just recently started doing that because I was nervous at first, because this is my first time ever working day shift. So I really didn't know how my body was gonna adjust to working my shifts in a row, because when I work nights, 2 in a row is usually what I would do, because I would be too fatigued. Like I can do 3 nights, and I did that very seldomly. But after being on days for a few weeks, I'm like, okay, once I get off, like I usually go back to my hotel room, I'll heat up some dinner and watch one episode of one of my shows, and then call it a night. So yeah, I'm not too tired. I usually stay up for a few hours after I get off. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna drive home one of these days, because I had a week off, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and let me see how I do. And I was perfectly fine. I was able to focus on the road. Everything was good. So that's my thing now. I drive home after my last shift. I'm gonna go ahead and pop some glue on my lashes. I'm gonna use my color Raine lashes in the Style God Flairy. So yeah, Florida's about 400 miles wide. Takes about 2.5, 3 hours to get completely to the other side of the state. So for me, it takes me about 2 hours to get back home. But yeah, being out of state all alone is something of course I'm very nervous about. But you know what? Just gotta live my life and pray and be safe and be aware of my surroundings at all times. So I'm pretty good at that. These lashes are perfect. I'm gonna use my Amor and Beauty lip pencil in the shade Brownie to line my lips. And I'm actually gonna use my Amor and Beauty lip ink, and this is in the shade French Toast. Adding a little bit more liner. I think I am gonna go ahead and add a little bit of Untamed to my lower lash line. And then I think I want to put the shade, I don't know what Slippery is all about. The one that got like the little bead things and stuff. Like I'm scared to experiment with it right now. I'm going to take the shade Irresistible and use that as an inner corner highlight. And then take a little bit of that and add it down the bridge of my nose. Finish, let me set my makeup into place. Let's add some mascara. Alright y'all, let me put myself together really quick and I will be right back. Alright you guys, so this is what we are looking like. This is the final look. What do you guys think about it? Grab smear. Think it's absolutely beautiful. So simple. The Naughty Pilot has done it again. I am in love and obsessed with this palette. My jewelry, y'all, I am dripping in MDC. That's Monet Dior Couture, my girl Deanna's website. I will leave her link in the description box down below, and of course the link to my Amor and Beauty lip products, so y'all can check out my girl Tiffany as well. I'm cute. Rich vibes. Anyway, so if you guys did enjoy this chit chat, get ready with me. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post something new. And yes, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.